Hello there, fragrance family. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and I'm really excited. I got a Goose Creek delivery this morning, and it is the entire luxury line. I cannot wait to unbox this with you and show you the jars. And I bought my luxury candles, of course, before the website glitch happened where they were included in the 5 for 55, even though the banner was saying they weren't. So I did pay $12.49 for the luxury line. Tomorrow I will post an update with my first burn impressions. So today is just unboxing, talking about the label, wax, wicks, and giving you a cold impression. And then I'll also share with you the rest of this haul in maybe a third video that I post towards the end of the week. We'll see how it goes, but I will share with you the other ones that I got, just not in this video. So it did come in 2 boxes because there's 8, I think, luxury candles. And then with the 5, that's 13 total, and they only ship 12 in a box at a time. So I have a smaller box here that I'm going to start with and see if that one is one of the luxury candles. And if it's not, then I will move on to the big box. Okay, and there's one in here. Ooh, these are so dusty. Let me just clean that up because these are beautiful and I do not want it to be taken away from that. Wow, so pretty. Okay, sorry, I'm not sharing. Look at how glossy that is. So cool. This one is the Looking Rosy. I am loving that label. Look at how shiny that is. Beautiful. I also don't know if I realized when looking on the website that it was going to have the black accent lid, but I love that with the black label. I just think that's gorgeous. So this one, they actually have the scent notes on the front here. Are they the same as on the bottom? Yeah, so the scent notes on the front say Bulgarian Rose, Water Lily, Dewy Pear, and Amber. That's pretty. That amber comes through pretty strong. But first I get rose. I don't know what the difference between a Bulgarian rose and any other type of rose is. It just smells classic rose to me. The lily is a little bit of a sharp, bright note. It adds what feels like both like a green note, but also feels almost like a white floral. But super subtle. I would say this is rose first, and then that green white floral note. And I feel like the amber kind of just runs through it and brightens everything up. It's a sharper amber, not necessarily a warm amber. I don't get the pear. Let me just smell the lid. Yeah. I'm not smelling the pear. It might come through on warm though. I'm really just getting rose and some of that, the greenness from the water lily. This one is white wax, and these are the ropey wicks, but they're the ones that are pretty tightly braided, so they're a little bit thinner. Yeah, that's really pretty. If you don't like rose, I would say pass on this one. And if you're looking for something that's not just pure rose, but not quite as heavy on the greenery as like the perfect rose was, then I would pick this one up. And I'm not sure why I don't smell the pear. That could just be my nose, but I don't get the fruit note in that at all. Okay, the second one they put in here, so they must have done 11 and 2 because this small box only had 2. This one I was super intrigued by. This is Lost in Nature. This has more of it's almost like a gold, but also I feel like I get some copper vibes from that color. Black lid just like the other one. Same wax, same wicks. And this one says that it contains notes of forest cedar, raw suede, creamy fig, and coconut. I get the coconut first. The coconut kind of borders on both like a natural kind of nutty coconut with just a hint of creaminess. So it's not a super creamy. It doesn't scream like body lotion or sunscreen coconut to me. It has just enough of that earthy edge, kind of the natural raw coconut note to it, to kind of round it out. I'm searching for the fig, but I'm not. There's definitely some earthiness that I feel like is grounding this candle so that you don't go too heavy on the coconut. I assume it's the fig and the forest, the cedar is what they're calling it. It's, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's ambiguous. It just feels like it marries really well together. So you just feel like this groundedness in what feels very earthy, which I think is coming from the fig and the cedar. And then you get that kind of sweet nuttiness from the coconut. I don't get raw suede. Oh, it's in there. Yeah. Definitely a base note. I feel like I have to sniff it for like 3 seconds to smell the suede. It's just a classic leather smell. I would put that on par with Guilty by Goose Creek. And in that same like level of intensity, meaning not very intense, but also reminds me a little bit of the leather note that's in Colin's Return from Bath & Body Works, but definitely not as strong. Yeah, that's beautiful. This just kind of smells like a lumberjack who took a vacation to a tropical island. I really like it. And by the way, I appreciate you all humoring me with my weird comparisons. I have a lot of fun like thinking about what these candles smell like. I'm glad that you all find humor in them. I mean, I'm kind of being serious, but it's also pretty funny. And sometimes I laugh at myself, and I think maybe that's not funny, but you're confirming for me that some of the stuff I say is hilarious. Okay, let's get this big box open. Okay, next in the lineup, this one is Sunday, not to be confused with the day of the week, Sunday. This is definitely more of a copper, but it's almost like a reddish copper. It's super deep. So if you look at these two side by side, I do think this one's definitely more gold, but I feel like they both kind of have a little bit of copper vibe to them. It could just be the way that these look kind of iridescent. They might all have that similar like tone to them, but this one is definitely more of like an orange copper. A little bit of brown in there too. Okay, so Sunday is bronzed coconut, tuberose, and gold pineapple. Very beachy. This is much more sunscreen / body lotion. Yeah, this just smells like a summer beach candle to me. You get the coconut, but it's definitely more of like a creamy coconut. And because I think that bronze note is kind of hinting at like this is something you'd wear in the sun when your skin is getting bronzed by the UV rays. And then that pineapple is in there. It's not too sharp. It's really well balanced with the coconut, which I'm not usually a pineapple fan, but this one is not overpowering. So compared to like the Honolulu ice cream candle, which to me feels very coconut forward with a lot of pineapple in it, this one is coconut forward, but the pineapple is tuned down. It's not as strong, not as bright. And then I get the tuberose. It's pretty nice. It's feels like a white floral. It feels really sharp, but it's not too strong, and it's really well balanced with the coconut. So best way I can describe it is sharp floral, grounded earthy creaminess from the coconut with just a hint of brightness or sourness from the pineapple. But screams to me sitting on the beach with sunscreen. And this one, let's see, wax and wicks. Yep, same as the others. I have a feeling this whole line is going to have the same wax and wicks since it's all the same jars as well. So this one's pretty. I probably, if I wasn't doing the review, I don't know if I'd keep this one. Mostly just because it just doesn't stand out to me as being strongly unique. Maybe if I liked the jar color more. But it smells a lot like the other summer candles I already have. Next one I grabbed. Ooh, this one's beautiful. If y'all like green, Summer, I'm thinking of you. I know Summer over at the Fragrance Junkie, her favorite color is green, so she's gonna like this one. Beautiful green color. This one is Spring Forward, and it says it contains notes of green apple, wild daisies, and crisp bergamot. I don't know what to think. I like bergamot. My husband likes apples. I'm usually not an apple fan, but it's green, which makes me think it's going to be more sour. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. How do I describe this? The apple, it reminds me a little bit of the apple that is in Bath and Body Works Halloween Candy Apple Cauldron. So it's like that really kind of sour, super juicy apple note. And it's blending beautifully with the daisies. So you get the floral, it's not too sharp, and the apple adds like some juicy kind of sourness, but it's not too bright. I was expecting this to be like over the top, too bright, too sharp, but somehow it works. And I get the bergamot. I'm not sure why they're calling it crisp, other than the bergamot does feel a little bit coastal to me. It feels almost aquatic. Yeah. Oh, that's really pretty. Because bergamot's usually, I feel like there's such a range with bergamot scents. It can be citrusy, it can be aquatic. Yeah, this just is mostly, it's just an aquatic bergamot. So you get what feels kind of like a water / white floral, and then you get that juicy, sour sweetness from the green apple. I didn't think I was going to like this one. So far, this one's my favorite one. And the jar just kind of seals the deal for me on this one. So same wax, same wicks. Oh, yum. Yeah, that's my favorite so far. I feel like I need to be putting these in order so I can give you a ranking of my favorites on cold. Let me just order these in the background here. Gotta prepare. Okay, there's those. Let me grab another one. Also love the color on this one. Besides blue, purple is my other favorite color. So this one's the purple jar. Really pretty purple. Reminds me quite a bit of the purple that's in the Rainbow Sugar jar from Goose Creek. Only this one's just purple. That one has like silver and blue and purple in it. This one is On the Cloud. And it says it contains notes of radiant amber, white lily, cloud musk, and sugar. Ooh, this is perfumey. Okay, so if you don't like perfume candles or like cologne-y, don't get this one. This is going to be really strong. Okay, so the amber note that's in this, the radiant amber, is reminding me a lot of In the Stars from Bath and Body Works. It's a beautiful amber. Definitely the first thing I'm getting. A little bit sharp. That's, I think, where some of that perfuminess is coming from. But I think it's the white lily that's kind of sending it over the top on the perfume note. So white floral, pretty sharp. I wouldn't normally say that a radiant amber is something that mellows. Usually radiant amber is really sharp and almost like honey-like or perfumey-like. But I almost feel like the radiant amber is helping to tame down that white lily. And the musk is beautiful. I love the musk in this. Cloud musk, of course, because it kind of hints at what feels like vanilla or almost like a warm musk. And then it has that sugar note, and that just kind of feels like it's helping to ground some of that sharpness and some of that brightness from the floral and the amber. This is a beautiful fragrance. I really like it. This feels like something I might have to burn with the windows open because it feels super strong. On cold, of course, I'll see what happens on warm. Yeah, so you've got the amber is kind of right below the lily, and then you've got that musk and the sugar that's helping to kind of balance it all out. But that white lily really sends it over the top in terms of sharpness. And then paired with the amber, you get that perfume vibe from it. So same wax, same wicks. Yeah, I almost feel like this is like if you burned In the Stars from Bath and Body Works and Rainbow Sugar at the same time. With like the Scooby-Doo on the road to mystery musk candle. Try to think of all the different combinations I could make and then where I want to put this in my grand scheme of top choices on cold. Okay, all right, let's see what's next. We have, this one's kind of a yellow. It's a yellowish green, almost looks like a peridot, but I think it's more yellow than green. Like if you mixed Spring Forward and the Lost in Nature label together, I feel like you'd kind of get this color. This one is Neroli Sands. This was one that I was most looking forward to because I really love Neroli. It has orange blossom, which is going to be a really nice, sweet white floral, mandarin, which tends to be juicy citrus, and then neroli and driftwood. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. The orange blossom hits first. So where I'm at on the West Coast, we have orange trees everywhere, and we get orange blossoms twice a year because the Valencias usually mature midsummer, and the navels tend to mature like in November, December. So you always are kind of coming up on a season where there's orange blossom. And this is one of the truest orange blossom fragrances that I've smelled in a while. Like comparing this to the orange blossom from Bath & Body Works, this one is much more authentic. It actually smells like a true orange blossom. So it's a bright floral, but it's also really sweet. And I also associate orange blossoms with honey because around here when you buy honey, it's mostly orange blossom honey. So I also feel like I'm getting honey, but there's not like a sweet note in this. So it's probably coming from the fruity sweetness of the mandarin. Yeah, it just feels juicy. Definitely a ripe citrus scent, which I am able to get. The neroli, yeah, it's in there. I feel like it adds just a bit of sharpness, and it's solar neroli, so I assume it's supposed to have like a beachy or like summer vibe to it. But that might also be the driftwood that's in there. Something is feeling a little bit beachy. I don't know if I'd say aquatic, although I think you could say aquatic. It just feels summery. So beautiful. Yeah, grounded in the driftwood. You've got the brightness from the orange blossom and a little bit of like sourness from the neroli paired with that super sweet juiciness from the mandarin. Oh, that's pretty. So pretty. I think that's taking first place so far. 2 left. We have one that's So Vanilla, which is in a silver label. Also has same wax, same wicks. This one is Vanilla Creme, Pink Pepper, and Cashmere Woods. Yum. Yes. Okay, so you get the cashmere. It's definitely like a warmer cashmere. Earthy, but also just warm and sugary. And you're also, I think it's blending really nicely with that vanilla creme. So you get the vanilla. It's not too strong, not too harsh, not too earthy. It doesn't smell extracty. Yeah, it almost smells like marshmallowy vanilla to me. And then paired with that cashmere. Oh, that's just beautiful. I don't get pepper. Yeah, I don't feel like I get the pink pepper. I'm kind of searching for something a little bit spicy. Oh, no, this is just so delicious. It's, if you like warm cashmere and you like vanilla and marshmallow, yes, please. And this reminds me a little bit of Bath & Body Works. Is it Snowflakes in Cashmere? I'll put a picture of it up here. I can't remember. I need to go find it and sniff it and compare it. But it reminds me quite a bit of that candle, but I think this one's better. Oh, where do I put this in the list, y'all? Oh, okay, I'm going to put that one there. All right. Last one. Best color for last, in my opinion, is the blue one. It's more of a baby blue than I was expecting. This one is called Pure Comfort. Same wax, same wicks. And this one says Contains notes of creamy cardamom, coconut milk, and smoked tonka. I absolutely love tonka. Oh, beautiful. Y'all, they knocked it out of the park with this series. Oh, that tonka comes through. Thank you. I feel like every time I see a candle with a tonka scent note in it, I'm like, where's the tonka? Those of you who don't know what tonka smells like, it's woody. It smells like other wood fragrances. I'm thinking of like a cedar or like a driftwood, but it almost smells like vanilla scented wood is the best way that I can describe it. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so you get the tonka to me first. I don't know that I'd say I get it as a smoked tonka. There's definitely like an edge to it. Yeah, I don't get a lot of smokiness. It just smells woody. The coconut milk makes sense because it's not a strong coconut. It's very subtle. You kind of just get like a creaminess and a little bit of nuttiness from that coconut. And the cardamom, I think, is rightly named as a creamy cardamom. It adds like some warmth and you get a sense of the spice, but it's not like super strong, and it's not like a cardamom vetiver from Bath and Body Works. Oh, yeah, it just adds just a hint of warmth and creaminess. Okay, yeah. Oh, so pretty. Okay, where do I want to put this one in the grand mix of things? I think, okay, so let me go in the order of my faves. Just cold impression. I would put this one as number 8, the Sunday, mostly because I'm not always a huge fan of pineapple and beachy. It also just kind of feels unoriginal, almost like a basic, but if you love that thing, that's going to be your go-to. I would say next is going to be, yeah, I think it's this one, Lost in Nature. I like it, but it almost smells like there's oud in this. It can't be oud. I was expecting more suede. I wanted more suede with that one. Number 6, I would put as the On the Cloud. Love the amber in this one. Little worried about how perfumey that one's going to be. I would follow that with, let's see, that's 8, 7, 6. Number 5 would be Looking Rosy. I really like the water lily in this, but also just kind of feels like another rose candle to me. Then I would go with That's So Vanilla as my next favorite. Again, just because it seems like a lot of the other vanilla candles. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it with that cashmere, but knocked down a little bit just because I don't feel like it's as unique as I was hoping for. Then I would say, I'm torn. I'm going to go with, I'm going to keep it in the order I had. Spring Forward, I think, would be number 3 in terms of my top picks on cold. This one was the surprise of the bunch. I just love the blend in that. It's just so nice and sweet, but a little bit floral. Number 2, I would choose Pure Comfort, just because I love that tonka that's in there. So well done. And then if I had to choose a number 1, it would be the Neroli Sands. This one is just so beautiful. So all really great. I mean, the only one I think that if I were to like return one would be Sunday. I would want the rest. So they're all good. They're all keepers, and I'm going to burn them for you all so you have better insights into the warm impression. So for today, it's just cold impression. I wanted to get this out so you have an idea of what these smell like cold. And then I'm going to be ripping these like crazy in my house. I do, by the way, just so we're clear, I do burn them in separate rooms alone, and like I don't let them blend so that I do get a pure sense of what these smell like on their own. And then I will post an update video tomorrow to give you those warm impressions so you have an idea of at least what the first burn looks like. And then I'll probably have a more thorough analysis as we move through empties and, you know, depending on how my channel evolves. I don't know how I'll be changing the Lighting the Way reviews, but you'll have more insight into these, but not until a later date when I've gotten through them more. So hopefully this was helpful and insightful. Let me know if you have any questions about the scent notes, the jars, the labels, my favorites, why I chose what I chose in terms of the ranking, and you can put those questions in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you aren't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Also, if you want to know that I've released a new video, make sure you turn on your notifications so that you get notified when I post something new. All right, y'all, I will see you tomorrow when I post my warm impressions of this new luxury line from Goose Creek. Cannot wait to share that with you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.